Good afternoon. Welcome to Chippewa Falls. We are at Doré Field for freshman football this afternoon. The Wildcats come into this game today having won 2 in a row by a combined score of 80-6. After being torched by Hudson for 30 points 3 weeks ago, the Wildcat defense has been lights out. They forced 4 turnovers last week, giving up just 6 points in the last 2 weeks. Tonight will be a much tougher test. Chippewa Falls uses a lot of misdirection. They tend to lull you to sleep with run after run, and then they'll throw one over the top. Name of the game against them today is going to be discipline and gap control. If you over-pursue against Chip, they're going to make you pay. On the offensive side of the ball this evening, the Wildcats are rolling. They're led by 5 guys up front that literally road grade. We got Sam Simpson, Ty Briggs, Riley Andrus, Vince Anderson, and this week Kean O'Keefe is back from an injury that kept him out last week. This group is big, strong, nasty. Running behind those guys, Joe Terra-Savage. Joe averaging well over 100 yards per game. He literally runs through people. Anthony McPherson, Hayden Ekholm are the change of pace backs, and they can both break a run at any given time. And, of course, this offense led by Tino Massa. Tino's played a lot of quarterback this season at freshman and JV. He's experienced, savvy, makes great decisions. And these Wildcats rarely turn the football over. Should be a really, really fun game. And, of course, this week, joined by the same guys I'm joined with every week. I got Dan Jenkins next to me, Kevin Westhouse. And we got some new stuff this week. We've got a technical director with us this week. It's Braden Engstrom. And he's going to bring out a kind of a new toy for us this week. Why don't you tell us about that, Kevin?
Yeah, so Braden came over the other night. I think we spent 4 hours in the barn together working on new graphics. I saw when we came in tonight, we saw our Wildcat versus Chippewa Fall graphic. Why don't you pull that up again, Braden? So we got that right there. We put that. We have a new scoreboard for you with timeouts and down and distances. So the what's on there, you'll see Wildcat 6 notes is varsity, so we're using the varsity scoreboard. Hey, and the big one tonight is instant replay. So stay tuned. We figured out instant replay, and Braden's going to be up here trying to work through that throughout the game. So we get a good play. We might see it twice.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. And, you know, we are, for now, from this point further, going to trademark this broadcast as the best freshman football program we're going to call it in the world. Why not?
Yeah, I would.
Mean, why not say the United States? Let's just say in the world.
I'm looking to be challenged on that, actually. Somebody challenge us.
Somebody show us a better one,
right?
Please. Then we can learn from them. But we got some cool stuff. Got my inside information again this week, and what I was told is this is the first game in quite some time that everybody in a Wildcat jersey for this freshman squad is healthy. So everybody is in uniform. We are at full strength and ready to go. Joe Terra-Savage is back to kick off for us this week, and he started the season kicking off and had that foot injury, but he's ready to rock, and he'll be kicking off as well. Taking on a Chippewa Falls team. Now, they have a split squad freshman team. There are a few guys down there in jerseys that don't match up on their program, but they, again, like I said, they do split the team up. So it is a little bit smaller team than what we are playing with. Looks like they've got probably about 20 players down there. They did basically annihilate Memorial by the same score that we did a few weeks ago. So I would guess that this is going to be a much closer contested football game than we've seen over the last few weeks.
Yeah. So, Chris, right away, I've got a question. I was going to say, typically I've seen 9 minutes on the clock, and I saw 10 minutes up there. Now they're letting it wind down, so maybe they are going to get to 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought typically we were playing 9-minute quarters. Am I correct on that?
The gentleman just came around and said something, but with headphones on, I did not hear what he said.
He said the ref is running a little
late. The refs are running late.
So the refs are running a little behind. We went on the air because I wanted to get a little opportunity to talk about what's going on.
Now.
I saw a couple of officials sitting down there on the training table. I don't think the trainer was attending to them. I think they were just kind of resting their legs. And I think that's actually a good thing to talk about. And it's something that I noticed when we played Eau Claire Memorial a few weeks ago. I was down on the field shooting that game with my phone on the Facebook feed, and I was looking at the officials, and those guys were all gray hairs, man. They were senior citizens, really, and it's something that we're seeing in a lot of sports right now. There's a lot of people that like to yell at refs and make life difficult on them. We're just not recruiting officials at the level we need to. So if we want to continue to play games the way we do, that's something that people need to think about. If you love the game and you don't have a chance to coach, maybe you don't have kids involved and you just want to be part of the game, think about officiating, especially if you're kind of getting into those empty nest years where you don't have a whole lot going on, but you want to be part of the football game or part of the basketball game or part of baseball, whatever sport that you love, think about officiating. It's a good opportunity to get involved, and I mean those guys aren't getting rich down there calling these games, but they're making a little extra money, a little extra weekend money, so that's something to think about as well. And sounds like we're a couple of officials short, so when they get going here, who knows how much time? Well, they are running the clock down, so I hope the kids get to play a full game. But tonight,
I had a comment on the officials too. Can I comment on the officials?
Yeah, go right ahead.
So not only football, but every sport, boys and girls sports. I got 2 words for everybody when they go to a game to watch these youth athletics: chill out.
Yeah,
chill out. Let the refs ref the game. I mean, I remember roughing youth baseball once, and some guy was giving me some jazz in the parking lot. And I looked at him and I said, you know what? If I was any good, I might be roughing your son's 13-year-old game. That pretty much ended that. So, I mean, right, these guys are working for peanuts. They come out. They actually give the time to do it. They get a lot of jazz. So just chill out, everybody, and enjoy your kids. It's not going to be perfect, but it's not going to matter.
Right. Yeah, nobody's perfect. We're all learning, even though we have the greatest freshman football broadcast in the world. There's a good chance we're going to mess up this evening as well. So hopefully we don't get yelled at on the way out in the parking lot. But I think it'll be fine. But we got a little varsity game going on after, and this is why the timing of this is going to be interesting, and hopefully we can get some officials out there because after our game, the varsity will go out and play, and Kevin, you'll have the broadcast there as well tonight. Who do you have on the broadcast with you this evening?
Jeff Johnson would be with me. Nate had a little family emergency, so he won't be there. This will be me, Jeff, and Braden. And the artist, Rob Derry, will be bringing you all the pictures on the camera for the varsity action tonight.
Yeah, the guys called the volleyball game last night, so if you're...
Those guys are entertaining, aren't they, Mike Cayley and Rob?
Yeah, Mike was bummed out, though. For some reason, he couldn't get his music pumping through the phone, so there was no music on the experience last night.
That's a little of a downtime then.
The volleyball squad took care of business last night. It had Rice Lake, an upstart squad coming in, and I think they were kind of thinking upset and started off, Rice Lake was kind of climbing on top of them, but the Cats figured it out about midway through that first set there and took care of business, won 3-0 in that game. So a lot of fun for that game, too, to watch that game. And there's a player there.
Had a good
Brothall, and she actually was just she's going to go to Kent State to play her college volleyball. So that's exciting, too, to see some more kids out of River Falls moving on to play at the collegiate level. So a lot of exciting stuff going on with that program and really across sports at the River Falls High School, the football program. Of course, tonight.
Hey, we have officials.
We've got officials. We've got stripes out there. Oh, looks like a guy in a red shirt donned a striped shirt. But
that might be a Chippewa Falls coach.
But
that's good that he's going to go out there and officiate the game.
Is that Kevin Thompson, the athletic director? Is it Mike Thompson? I was calling him. That's Mike Thompson, the athletic director here, so he knows what he's doing. So.
Hey, at least we got 3 officials. We're going to be able to play the game. So
that's
Joe Tarasavage out there to kick off. He's going to get lined up.
10 minutes on the clock.
10 minutes on the clock. So a little extended football for us. And that's something that I heard from a few parents is last year. They really weren't sure how long they were playing. Each game was something different.
Right.
So we've typically played 9-minute quarters, but let's take the extra 4 minutes of football today.
We're in Chippewa Falls. Extra 4 minutes. Why not?
Why not? Joe Tarasavage set the kick from the 40-yard line. It's a high kick. It's going to be fielded at around the 15-yard line. Chippewa will cross the 25, and looks like he's going to be taken down at around the 32-yard line. So Cardinals will take over at the 32-yard line, first possession of the game. And this is a team that's going to do a lot of misdirection. That's kind of what they do. You'll see a lot of counters. You'll see those wings. They'll have wings lined up, and those guys are going to be moving around a lot. They're going to be trying to draw the defense off sides, but really what they're going to do is try to get those linebackers to chase, and then they'll run the football the other way. So this, like I said earlier in the pregame, this is a game where you need to stay home. You can't over-pursue because if you do, they're gonna hurt you. So Chippewa will start in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the near side here.
Oh, someone has their volume on. I think I do. Somebody turn that down. There we go.
They're going to throw it over to the near side. That's number 6, Gavin Thompson, thrown over to 22 on the near side. Tackle made over there by number 1, Todd Benedict.
Nice pursuit by the Wildcats there. A little gang tackle getting to that ball quickly.
Yeah, gain of 5. Chippewa stacked that side with receivers and just put you in a spot where, hey, we're going to put 3 receivers over here. 2 of them are going to take off. You're not going to be able to cover the next guy. So 2nd and 4 now for Chippewa Falls at their own 39-yard line. Early goings up here at Doe Field. They'll go under center this time. 14 goes in motion. They're going to hand it off to number 1 coming towards us, and a nice wrap-up and tackle there by number 28. That's Mr. Schneider, Blake Schneider, making the tackle be about 2.5 yards short of the first down. We'll call it 3rd and a short 3 for the Cardinal.
Interesting here in the first series, right? 3rd and 3, hold them here, maybe make them punt.
Yeah. So what you just saw in that last play is kind of what they do. That's their MO. When you sit up here from the level our camera is, you can really see that handoff easily. But behind the line of scrimmage, it's tough to see. It's tough for the linebackers, tough for the linemen to see who's got the ball. This time they'll go to 22. 22 is going to run it up the middle, gets an extra push, and that'll be enough for the first down. Ball goes out to around the 44. First down, Chippewa Falls.
Yeah, they got the push on the interior line and just enough 4 yards for a first down.
I think they stood him up. It was going to be real close where they stood him up, but they got that little extra push for an extra 2 or 3 yards out to nearly midfield here for a first down and 10 with 8:26 to go first quarter. We go back under center here. Number 6, Gavin Thompson. Now he's looking to throw. He's got a guy well covered, and it'll be incomplete. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to try to get you thinking run, and typically when they throw the ball, it's downfield quite a ways. They try to hit the home run when they do pass.
Nice job by the defensive backs there, not biting on that and staying in their position and making that coverage really well.
And it's tough to be in there as a lineman because you've been told all week, stay disciplined, stay in your gap, because they're so afraid of getting beat by the run that a lot of times when they do pass the ball, they've got time. Reverse. Another misdirection reverse here. They went from 22 out to number 1. And the Cat's able to take him down, but not until after he picks up about 16, 17 yards down to the River Falls 34-yard line. So, again, there's that trickeration. That's what they do. They force you to stay disciplined and force you to stay in your gaps, and if you don't, that's what happens.
How do they say it? Make you pay.
They make you pay. So 1st and 10 now for Chippewa Falls at the River Falls 35-yard line. Set up in that tight set once again. They'll hand it off to the fullback. He moves ahead for, looks like 3 or 4 yards. And Chippewa Falls coach wasn't happy with somebody out there.
I heard, "Why are you watching?"
That's exactly what was said. And then when we can see it, we can hear it through our headphones. That's know it was loud.
He's barking.
So 2nd and about 6 now from around the 30-yard line for Chippewa Falls. Opening drive of this game. And that same reverse going back the other way now to 22. Cats are on top of it. Looks like, I think that was Felix Wahlquist over there. Felix Wahlquist and Cal DeMond on the tackle. Short gain of about 2 will bring up 3rd down and 4 now at the 29-yard line of River Falls.
So when that kid goes home tonight, his mom and dad are going to say, "Was that coach yelling at you?" He's going to say, "No, just talking loudly, Dad."
That's how you know that they care.
They care. It's love.
Right.
Tough love.
Back under center is number 6, the quarterback, Gavin Thompson. And Thompson looking to keep it. River Falls, a mass of white jerseys there to stop him. And we'll see where they mark it. I think it's going to be a pinch short. But where they are here on the field, they're definitely going for it. So 4th down and 1 at the 31-yard line. You're not going to punt from here. So we'll see what Chippewa has in store for the Wildcat defense here on 4th and 1 from the 26-yard line.
Line to gain is the 25 for first down yardage. Let's dial in here.
Thompson under center. They'll run 22 in motion. Hand it off to 1. And right there, River Falls all over that one. Blake Schneider was reading it all the way. Made the tackle in the backfield. Tackle for loss. And the Wildcat offense will come out onto the field. So another just big-time play in a big-time spot for the River Falls Wildcat defense. And like we said in the pregame, They have been dominant over the last 2 games and
Next one.
gave up a few yards there, but when it came time to make a stop, they were there. Blake Schneider, big play. Vince Anderson with the football in his hand. Tino Massa will go under center. Joe Tarasavage behind him. They sent Todd Benedict in motion. Tarasavage put the ball on the ground, and I think Chippewa Falls has it. We talked about that in the pregame as well. The Cats have not turned the ball over really much at all. They haven't at all in the last 2 games, but they have been very, very good since the first game about limiting turnovers. And first play of the game from the offensive side, we put the ball on the field. So we'll have to clean that up before we get back on the field. And again, Cats have been super efficient offensively over the last 3 games. I think we've only not scored on a drive maybe 3 or 4 times in the last 3 games. So very out of character for them to have an early mistake like that. Run that reverse again. This time they go to number 1 along this near side. And, again, kind of the same group of guys. Schneider in there along with Thay Dreyer and Todd Benedict making the tackle. 5:44 to go first quarter. You're seeing some records up on our scoreboard. That is the scoreboard for the varsity game, so pay no attention to those records. I really don't know what Chippewa Falls' record is. I know they've been very, very good this year. Your Wildcat freshman team comes into the game today 3-2. Number 6 looking to throw. And Walquist was there on the coverage, but that ball got right over him. And Chippewa Falls able to complete that pass for pretty good yardage. And that will be a first down for Chippewa Falls deep into River Falls territory, all the way down to the 15-yard line. They'll mark it at the 14, 1st and 10.
Not terrible coverage, really. They're just a really good throw.
Yeah, he was there. Chippewa will come up to the line of scrimmage here. And basically since the first play, they've been under center. First play, they went shotgun, and they've been under center since. Quarterback's going to keep it this time. Number 6 going to move ahead. He's going to be pulled down after a short gain. Cal Dumont, Josh Jenkins in that one. Clock rolling, 4:47, scoreless football game. This is Chippewa Falls' second possession of the game. Cats have had the ball offensively for 1 play. 2nd and 7 now from the 11-yard line. They'll hand off to the fullback, and he'll find a little hole and move forward. It's going to be a gain of about 3 or 4. That'll set up about a 3rd, and we're going to call it 4. Down around the 8-yard line.
So Braden brought his monitor along today. I'm really liking it. That's what I'm watching. This is nice.
Yeah, no sense looking through that little screen on the camera.
Right.
You've got a big screen there.
Got a big screen they can watch.
That's nice to have Braden here today.
Yeah,
this time Chippewa Falls will go out of the shotgun. They'll run the jet sweeper on the near side. They beat one guy, and Blake Schneider able to pull him down, but I think that's going to be enough for a first down. Should be 1st and goal for Chippewa Falls coming up.
Michael Thompson, the athletic director, throws on a striped shirt and marking the out of bounds here on the near side. In a pair of jeans and a striped shirt, looking good.
Yeah, looks like we've got 3 guys in black pants out there now. So we have a full crew out there, just 1 guy in blue jeans. And so far I haven't seen anything out of the ordinary. No big decisions to be made by the officials yet. So, these guys are just out here, and they're doing their job because they love sports as well. And, it is what it is. The kids will be just fine. The officials will do as good a job as they possibly can do.
And Michael Thompson, the athletic director, he's just doing athletic director things. Then he had a fill-in referee. He says, I guess I have that. That's in my other duties as assigned. Now he takes his shirt off.
Yeah,
so
he's done.
The other ref must have showed up.
Told him to go home.
Nice job, Michael Thompson. Way to fill in there.
2nd and goal from the 3-yard line now for Chippewa Falls. Thompson under center. And they'll hand it off to number 22, and 22 into the end zone for the touchdown. So this will be the first time in 3 weeks that the Wildcats have trailed in a game. We'll see how they respond. Down 6-0 now with 3:07 to go in the first quarter.
We can go take a look at that touchdown again. Let's do that on replay. Nothing fancy here. If you can see that on your monitor, you call that out.
Yeah, just kind of their bread and butter play here. They're going to swing that 22 in. They open the hole up right inside the center in the guard gap, and
there it is.
It's an easy touchdown. Basically just did the same exact thing here for the two-point conversion.
Yeah.
And it is 8-0 Chippewa Falls.
That was our maiden voyage with instant replay, and, it was pretty good. I mean, we had a couple waves in the water there, but it wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
All right, so the River Falls kick return team will come onto the field for the first time tonight. And this is a team that hasn't been very busy over the last few weeks. They took 2 kickoffs last week and 1 the week before. So when you're doing all the scoring and not giving up much scoring, the kick return team, sometimes those kids fall asleep over there on the sidelines if they don't have something else to do. We got Todd Benedict deep along with Mason Novak, and Hayden Ekholm is the up guy. Front row up here, we got Ty Briggs. We got Kean O'Keefe. Looks like we got Ty Hastings. Let's see if we can get a number on that other guy over there.
Could you get a delay of game on a kickoff?
Vince Anderson. Now, this is probably where we need to run that replay after a score.
Yeah, right now.
You do get a little bit more time.
Yeah, they went quick on the 2-point. See, that's how we're working the bugs out. So next time we'll save it till after the 2-point conversion.
Josh Jenkins out there
kickoff.
as well
There
on
we
the
go.
kick return team. We got a kick is somewhat short, and it's probably going to go out of bounds. It does. So River Falls should start this drive on their own 40-yard line.
It took a left turn, didn't it?
It sure did. It was heading that way anyway, and hit the ground, and luckily went straight to the sideline. Looks like they're in the market at 35. So Cats will start this drive with pretty solid field position at the 35, but typically, they're going to bring it out to the 40. Typically with freshman football, there's not a whole lot of kickers that are kicking it super deep anyway. You're going to end up with pretty good field position either way, typically for starting field position. But we'll take the 40 any day of the week. So the Cats' last drive came out and dropped the football on the field of the first play, and hopefully we can march down the field here. The Cats' offense has been super efficient over the last 3 weeks. They've really moved the ball very well. Like I said, probably the only thing that can hurt them is those turnovers. Massa will line up under center. He's got Klecker and Terrace Savage behind him. Gives it to Terrace Savage, and Terrace Savage with a really nice run out to the 45-yard line. Pick up a 5 there in first down. 2:58 to go. First quarter. River Falls trailing 8-0. Again, first time in 3 weeks they've trailed. So we'll see how they respond here. Varsity game right here, same channel, different. You'll have to click on a different link, but they're going to play at 7 o'clock right here on the same field. You can catch it right here at River Falls Sports. Give it to Terrace Savage again, leaps over a guy. It's going to be a gain of about 4. It'll bring it up a 3rd down and 1 for the Cats. We got a Chippewa Falls Cardinal down. Looks like a cramping type of thing. Was grabbing the back of his leg. That hamstring neck of the woods. So, yeah, should be a dandy tonight. Chippewa Falls Cardinals, really, really good football team. They do a great job. And, of course, your River Falls Wildcats come into the game number 3 in the state in Division II and 6-0, firing on all cylinders so far this season. So, should be a really fun game. This is a great atmosphere to take in a game. So if you're sitting in River Falls right now, maybe just getting off work, if you can make the drive over here, it's going to be worth your while. It is a fun place to take in a football game. You can see in the background we got some trees. It's in a residential neighborhood.
It's pretty.
It is pretty. And, the crowd gets rocking here. This team is, Chippewa Falls always has a good team. Chuck Rakovic has been a coach here forever, and they have a system. They always have a really good team and a really good crowd, and this field is, it's right in the heart of this community here, so it's easy for people to get to. A lot of people walk over to the game, and it's just a fun place to take in a game. So
it's like a commercial, like a Chamber of Commerce commercial right there on the screen for the North Woods. Send them an invoice.
So if you get in the car and hop over to watch tonight, do that. If not, you can catch your Kevin Westhouse and the guys will be on it shortly before 7 to bring you the action. They'll give it to, this looked like maybe, I don't think that was Joey. Let's see if they brought in another guy. We'll get the field glasses out. Anthony McPherson. They needed one, and I guess he didn't get it. So they're marking it just short of the first down.
4th and, boy, that's about 6 inches. They don't need to reach the 50.
Right.
So they are really close. I'd almost beg for a measurement.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking.
So they're going to go from the shotgun this time. Tino Massa with Joe Tarasavage right next to him. And they will send Benedict in motion. Tried to get the Cardinals to jump off sides there. Can't make it happen, and now they'll call timeout. You know, Kevin, this isn't – I hope people don't take this as a criticism because I see it all the time at the NFL level too. Mm-hmm. I don't understand if you're going to do that, why you come out and not have a play ready, and we try to get them to jump off sides, and if they don't, then we're going to run our play.
Right there.
I see the NFL coaches burn timeouts the same way, so I don't want it to be a knock on our coaches because I see it at every level. But, you know, if you know you're going to run a play, I mean, I guess if they come out and punt here, then that's one thing. But if you know you're going to run a play, come out, try to get them to jump off sides, and if you don't, then run your play.
Right. Unless maybe they saw something on defense, but who says they're going to come out with that same defense? They probably won't.
Right. So 4th and 1, and by the looks of what I see going on the sideline over there, I'm pretty sure the Cats are going to be going for it here. I think they feel pretty confident in their line and their running backs to get themselves a half of a yard here. And I'm guessing you're either going to see Massa under center, little QB sneak, or you're going to see handing off to number 21 behind him right up the middle here.
Hey, you got a few big ones on the front line. That old number 77 here on the near side. 6'3", about 227 for a 14-year-old. That Simpson kid. Big one. He
is a load, and it'll be Massa going ahead, and he's got all that and more. Needed a half a yard, got about 2. I love that play.
I'm going to classify that under nothing fancy.
Right. And that's something we talked about that timeout, but that their quarterback sneak I think is a really underutilized play these days, and I like to keep that football going forward when it's 4th and short instead of going backwards with it. I love the call there, and Tino's got the legs to push forward.
I love that call at all levels.
They'll give it to Tarasavage this time, makes a quick move, runs through some more guys, and he's across the 42-yard line. It'll be first down yardage. And that time there, the block was there. There was a nice gap between the guard on this side and the center, and Joe just kind of waited for that to open up a little bit, took off through there, knocked out a few linebackers at the second level, get a couple extra yards. It is 1st and 10 Wildcats just outside the 35-yard line. 1:11 left to go. First quarter, 8-0 Chippewa Falls, but the Wildcats, nice little drive here going. Massa will go under center. He's got Klecker behind him, and then Joe Tarasavage. They'll send Benedict in motion. Hand it off to Tarasavage, and Tarasavage, guy grabbed him by the arm, and Joey dragged him another 3 or 4 yards. Going to be, we'll call it a gain of 7. Gain of 7, 2nd down and 3 coming up for the Cats.
One more play in this quarter is what it looks like.
McPherson comes in for Joe. He's going to go over and get a little break, and that's when you pull that guy out. So now he gets to go over there and rest for the next 30 seconds, but then he's probably going to get a little extra rest here between quarters. Massa to McPherson. McPherson with a nice run, little spin move, and I think he should have the first down. He does. We'll take it down to the 25-yard line. So 1st and 10 for River Falls. Clock will stop.
Look at this.
Yeah, what do we got there? First down. We got first down banners as well. Mr. Engstrom working his magic over there on the computer. It's nice having a magician over there on the computer. Usually it's Kevin trying to run camera, trying to do the computer. Dan will step in and help once in a while. But we got a dedicated guy over there working those buttons. So the end of the first quarter, it is Chippewa Falls 8, River Falls nothing, but well within striking distance of the end zone now. Let's talk a little bit about the Big Rivers Conference last week at the varsity level. River Falls smashed Superior 28-7 for homecoming. You can check out the channel, watch that game if you missed it. River Falls now 4-0 in conference, 6-0 overall. Superior fell to 0-4 in conference, 0-6 overall. Hey, let's talk about Sarah Jenkins. We haven't done that yet. She's sponsoring all season long the freshman games. Sarah is with Property Executives Realty right here in River Falls. Well, not here in River. We're in Chippewa Falls. But
right.
she's well, actually, she's sitting right below us. But she does her magic over in River Falls, the River Falls area. If you're thinking about buying or selling, give Sarah a call, 612-703-3944, or you can go to her website, sarahjenkins.com. I also recommend following her on Facebook. She has a weekly, like a market report. We'll let you know what's going on, what's available in River Falls, and kind of what's going on just in the realty market itself.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you. We are at the 25-yard line at Chippewa Falls, 1st and 10 here, as Massa will go under center. He's got Vince Anderson right in front of him, Kean O'Keefe and Sam Simpson to his left. They'll hand it off to McPherson. McPherson, another nice run. Pickup of around 4 or 5. Guys on the right side, you got Ty Briggs. He's like 6'4" playing guard. I mean, he's probably taller than most of your NFL guards. And then you got Big Riley Andrews playing tackle on that side as well. So a lot of beef up front for the Wildcats. You see these kids though walking around in street clothes, and they look a lot bigger in those jerseys. They're tall, but these guys they're in really good shape. And they'll hand it off to. Is that McPherson still in there?
Nope.
That was Joey Tarasavage. And Joe is going to have a short gain there. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 5 here from the 20-yard line. And again, this is 2-down territory. So we don't get it here, we'll be going. Todd Benedict will check in. Massa comes in from the sideline with the plate.
Haven't seen a pass yet.
Yeah, Dan Jenkins just chimes in. No passing yet, so this might be a spot where you see one. If it's me, I like to run the football. Let's get 2 runs and get our 5 yards, but Dan is right, Johnny on the spot, and it's Massa over to Klecker for 1st down yardage, and that's a play. If you watch the show every week, you're going to see that being a pretty big part of our passing game. That's a play that the boys work on all the time, and they've really perfected it. And it seems like that's what it does. If you need that 5-6 yards for a 1st down, that thing will generate it for you just about every time. Thade Dreyer now will come in. Benedict will head over to the bench. They're both real similar players. Thade's just a little bigger, but they're both speed burners. And both guys that can get out of the edge, they can cause a lot of problems for the defense. Cats going from the shotgun. Massa will send Dreyer in motion, kick it out to Thade. Thade makes a move, tries to run over a guy, and he is down to around the 3 or 4 yard line. Made a move to get around one guy, and the second guy, he just made the decision, I'm going to kind of ruin this guy's day and run him over. What's that sound we got, guys?
I don't know what that is.
Something
Leaf blower out back.
Leaf blower out back.
Yeah.
All right, 2nd and about 2 from the 4 yard lines. Cats in a good spot here where if they come up short of the goal line, they will get a fresh set of downs. So 2nd and 2 from the 4 yard line. Massa will go under center this time with Klecker and Tarasavage behind him. They'll pitch it out to Joey. Joey's got a lot of green in front of him, and he's going to fall into the end zone for the touchdown. Touchdown, Wildcats. They are 2 points away from tying this game up with 7:23 to go in the 2nd quarter.
Nothing fancy there. He gets the blocks out front. He sniffs the pylon and just runs it in.
So we got a message here from JB Edits, a comment. Sarah's building a house right next to mine. so Sarah and Mr. Dan Jenkins right next to us. Dan's a builder in town, and just a great couple. We got a builder and a realtor. I see those kind of pairings quite often in many different towns. Seems to make a lot of sense. All right, Massa looking to throw this time. He's going to keep it. He's going to dance into the end zone. It'll be 8-8 with 7:23 to go in the 2nd quarter. So the Cats able to answer that touchdown drive from Chippewa Falls there in the 1st quarter with a touchdown drive of their own. Hey, speaking of comments, this isn't something we've done for the last few weeks, but if you're watching, and right now we've got 42 people watching the show, we'd love to know where you're watching from. If you're from River Falls, if you're sitting in the bar, let us know. Or if you're out in California, if you're in Illinois, if you're in wherever you are, pop on there, drop us a comment, let us know where you're watching from and who you're rooting for. Who's your favorite Wildcat that's out there right now? So Jack Larson out there to kick off this time. Joe with the opening kickoff, and now Jack back out there. And Chippewa Falls getting their return team set. And Jack with a line drive kick is going to hit the ground at around the 30. Bouncing towards the sideline, and he's going to let it go out of bounds. So first time Jack's kicked one out of bounds. That was actually, it was looking like maybe it would get some breaks, but took a couple more tumbles and went out of bounds. And now Chippewa Falls will be the beneficiary of that really good starting field position out to the 40-yard line. So we were getting a little bit into what happened last week in the Big Rivers, where we did the ad read. Hudson also they played last week, defeated Eau Claire Memorial 23-8 in Hudson. Raiders now 3-1 in conference, 5-1 overall. The Old Abes are 1-3 in conference, and they are 3-3 overall. We'll got to get to a couple more games here as we get some time later on in the game. But, four really interesting contests last week. And, again, the Big Rivers Conference, you're starting to see teams like Eau Claire North that has been kind of a guaranteed win starting to really give people some trouble. Chippewa Falls will hand it off to number 1 on the jet that time. Number 1 still on his feet. Cats finally able to pull him down. That's Jalen Smith. But that's going to be a gain of, about 6 yards. They'll bring up second down, and it looks like a long 4 or short 5, however you want to cut it. And again, that's kind of the bread and butter play there for Chippewa Falls. Cardinals come back up to the line of scrimmage, and since that first play, you've seen basically the same formation. Number 6 under center. They'll send 14 in motion, hand it off to 22.
A lot of green grass.
A big field in front of them, and they're not going to catch him. Touchdown, Chippewa Falls. So again, that's what happens when you don't contain with the Cardinals. They will make you think they're going right, and they will go left. And that's what they did. The entire line and everyone else went the wrong way, and they made them pay. We talked about it early on. That's their MO. That's what they do. And if you don't do your job, and it's Bill Belichick says, do your job. Don't try to do someone else's job. Do your job. If you don't do your job, that's what happens.
Like salmon swimming upstream there. He couldn't get turned around quick enough.
Yeah, Cardinals will go from the shotgun here in the 2-point conversion, looking to throw it out to number 1, and they get it to him. So the Cats answer with their drive, and right away the Cardinals come right down the field, score, put the 2-point conversion up, easy peasy, and it's 16-8, Chippewa Falls Cardinals.
Let's go take a look at that touchdown run again by Chippewa.
So the Cardinals doing what they do. They get you see everybody going left, and then they hand it off to 22, or everybody going right from the defensive side, and 22, all kinds of room. I mean, I'm not going to say I could have ran that for a touchdown because I would have stopped about 15 yards and had to get a drink of water or something, but it made it easy for number 22. Lots of room going down the field.
Boy, that's nice to have them take a look at that again like that.
Yeah, pretty cool. All right,
a few comments coming in. Go ahead.
Yeah, we got Darren Eckholm. That's Hayden's dad. Listening today, not able to watch, but keep up the good work. And then we got Bobby Anderson watching from home in River Falls, cheering for Carter Serene. And she's loving the broadcast, enjoying the new stuff. The new stuff that Braden brings to the table, but just says thanks for the broadcast. So appreciate the comments. And you know what else will really help if you're watching? If you don't have time to type in a comment, or just hit the thumbs up. That puts our show in front of more people, and that's what we're trying to do.
And then also you can hit the subscribe button, too. Subscribe to the channel. You get a little ding or alert, let you know when events on. There's always good stuff on almost every day of the week.
Right. You can almost make the River Falls Sports your favorite channel at home.
Could.
We watch on the smart TV, watching the volleyball last night. Number 17, Mason Novak, fields the kickoff, and he's going to be pulled down at around the 31-yard line. So River Falls will start from there. 1st and 10, 6:28 to go second quarter. Cats will kind of bring out the guys we're used to seeing out here in offense. No, I don't see any new changes out there. Of course, that last drive, very efficient, doing what they do, so no changes needed. Massa will start out from under center here with 6:28 to go in the second quarter. They got Todd Benedict, Mason Novak in there, Terrace Savage and Klecker behind. They'll hand it off to Terrace Savage, and not a lot of room over there on the left side. Going to be a pickup of about 1 or 2 for Joey. Story of the week in the Big Rivers at the varsity level, Eau Claire North. North had not won a conference game in nearly a decade, defeated Superior 3 weeks ago at Carson Park, and last week they beat Menominee 20-6. Stunning victory to a lot of people. Menominee, known as the Big Rivers powerhouse. North is kind of the doormat. They've been that way for the last 10, 15 years, but these Huskies might be a little different. Record 2-2 in conference. This time they'll go give it to Terrace Savage.
Ooh, tough
and
run.
Riley Andrus put a licking on somebody out here. And Terrace Savage met some defenders as well, moved them forward for a couple of yards. So
I think we're going to get a chance to look at that again here in this little break. Let's look at that
take a
hard
look at
run. Boy, I like the way he put his head down right here and just boom!
Big block there by 74 Andrus, too. And we've got whistles and a timeout by Chippewa Falls. And I think that may be just for a couple of guys to kind of, looks like the coach is talking about how to defeat some blocks over there, and maybe just kind of guys get settled in after a couple of big hits like that out there. Sometimes you just need to slow everybody down, have a little talk here. But 1st and 10 coming up for the Wildcats. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think over the last really quite a while, a lot of people kind of pencil Eau Claire North in as a win. But the Cats will face Eau Claire North in the final game of the season. The way North is beating people right now, I don't think you want to do that. I think, and I think River Falls kind of somewhat went into that Memorial game, kind of looking past the old Abes, and it made it a tough game. But, River Falls has got this tough game tonight against Chippewa Falls. Next week they play Menominee. Again, Menominee 2-4 in the season, 2-2 in conference. But they're going to bring it. They always do. And then we'll wrap up the season back over at Carson Park, final regular season night against Eau Claire North.
And Eau Claire North may be playing for a playoff spot that last game, so
Right.
That's going to be a dandy.
And the other thing that Eau Claire North does is they throw the ball around. Fake the pitch. Massa looking to throw. He's got Benedict wide open. He hits Todd. Nice little block there by Mason Novak. Todd still running inside the 30, taken down around the 28-yard line. So the Cats say, you guys want to kind of do some misdirection? We're going to do it too. They fake the pitch to the right side. Massa rolls left and has really 2 guys wide open. Novak and Benedict were both open.
Let's take a look at that again.
Quick replay here, and you're going to see the Cats pitch that off.
Good fake.
To the right side. Massa really, really savvy in the pocket, finding Todd Benedict, and Benedict takes it inside the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for River Falls, just inside the 30-yard line. Massa under center. This time they'll hand it off to Joe up the middle. A lot of room for Terrace Savage, and he's going to have first down yardage inside the 20-yard line down to around the 18, 19-yard line. So nice opening there for Terrace Savage to run into. Great job by the interior side of that offensive line. And Joey, if you give him blocking like that, is typically going to take advantage of it. So first down, River Falls. They'll mark it at the 19-yard line. Just ticking under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Looks like they're going to keep Joey in there. Griffin Klecker's the fullback. Massa under center. Massa will pitch it out to Joey on the left side. And nice job there, Sam Simpson. We talked about him. Big block, and then Joe Terrace Savage will take it from there into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. It's 14-16, Chippewa Falls. Cats have a chance here with the 2-point conversion to tie it up. 4:38 to go, second quarter. And that was Sam Simpson doing what he does, Terrace Savage doing what he does, and the result is 6 points. Cats will go for 2. We haven't seen them kick the extra point all season. I don't think we'll see them do that at any point this season. So just figure on them going for 2 every time they score, and I think that's probably what you're going to see at most freshman games. I've seen a few guys try it, but not very often. Looks like the Cats are going to go out of shotgun this time. McPherson, the running back, to the left side of Tino Massa. They'll send Benedict in motion. Tino looking to throw. Gets over to Mason Novak, and Novak is in there. And we've got a tie football game, 16 apiece. Nice little pitch and catch over to Mason Novak. Novak had to come out of the end zone to catch the football, but just a little spin move, got the football to the turf across the goal line.
Braden, we're going to get a chance to look at that touchdown again, that nice touchdown run. No, talk about that blocking you saw on the outside here, Chris.
So you see 77, that's Sam Simpson on the left.
Oh, nice pull.
He's just going to pull out, come out, level his guy, and that's what we call finishing a block. We used to teach that to the kids in practice. Sometimes in practice they like to take it easy on each other. We just grab a hold, and this is what you do, and that's exactly what Sammy did. You start putting guys on their butts like that, they're not really going to be interested in coming out there and make the play too much more.
Hey, Sam, put that on your highlight reel.
Right. That's going to be one that the kids, when they go in to watch film on Monday, there's going to be a lot of laughing and giggling about that one.
Yeah.
And I would guess it'll be viewed a few times between now and Monday, too, on YouTube.
Good old-fashioned pancake block.
Yes, sir. I know Vince Anderson's got the T-shirt, Pancakes Served Daily. I love that shirt.
There was one right there.
So Tara Savage back to the kickoff duties. Maybe they're going to go every other one. So Joey back in there to kick off for the Cats. And it's a high kick that's going to be fielded at around the 18-yard line by Chippewa Falls. And Cats able to pull him down at around the 32. So Chippewa Falls offense will start from there. 4:26 to go in the second quarter. So this is kind of a spot where they're going to be looking to maybe try to run the ball a few times, I'm guessing, try to lull that defense to sleep a little bit, and then you can bet you're going to see something maybe coming over the top here and trying to get a big one here as the clock starts winding down. Cats got Austin Stelright coming in to play a little D end here in this play. Austin filled in for Kean O'Keefe last week on the offensive line. Coming in to play a little D line here. Chippewa Falls is going to throw it over to the right side. They got 22, and 22 with a lot of speed all the way across the 45-yard line down to the 42. That'll be first down and more for Chippewa Falls. So I think that's the kind of play that they want to, be able to hit some big-time yardage with a really kind of low-risk pass play, little wide receiver screen out there. And that was pretty similar to the same play they ran in the first play of the game. But, again, just kind of trying to keep the defense off balance. That's what they do very well here at Chippewa Falls. That time, just a quick snap. I don't think there was even any cadence. I think that was on zero. Just come right up, and as soon as what happens is the quarterback comes up, taps the center on the butt, and then they snap it. Yep. Don't even say anything. And a lot of times that's another one that just catches the defense off guard. They're waiting to hear that, ready, set. And there's none of that. You just come up and tap the guy in the butt. He snaps the ball. And
take 7 yards.
Off you go. Yeah, gain of about almost 5 there in first down.
Okay,
so
yeah.
Second down and a long 5 or short 6. 6 will go under center. They'll kick it out. That's the reverse play. Back to number 1. Nice work over there. I think that's Schneider once again. And I would guess that the Cardinals will probably decide not to run to his side. Blake's a really, really strong tackler, and he's made a couple big plays already in this game.
4-down territory here, Chris, with 3 minutes to go till the half?
I think so, unless you take a big loss. I mean, if you get that ball back out around midfield, maybe you don't want to give the football back to River Falls with a couple minutes left. But if you can make a little hay, get down around 30, and then if you sputter out, I don't think that they mind giving River Falls the football back with 3 minutes to go. That one's going to be incomplete. So that's a nice job, a nice play there for River Falls. So that will stop the clock momentarily and bring up a 4th down here. Ball spotted at the 39, and they're going to go for it. I think that's the right decision. But I would have liked to have seen the run there, try to get about half of those yards, and then it also keeps the clock rolling. If River Falls is able to turn them over on downs here, they're going to have plenty of time to get down the field.
Big play?
Real big play. Cardinals will go out of the shotgun. Haven't seen that much. Looking to throw. They've got number 1. It's going to be incomplete. And Felix Wahlquist puts a little hit on number 1. But the Cats offense coming back out of the field at the 39-yard line with 2:47 to go in the second quarter, and that's a spot that I kind of like to be in because I feel like we got 2 timeouts. You got Joe Tarasavage that's good for 8, 9, 10 yards. It seems like every other time he touches the ball, and you got a quarterback that can throw it, doesn't mind a little pressure. He stands in there, so this is a pretty good spot for the Cats to kind of climb up on top here, and River Falls will get the football first in the second half. Massa will go under center. Klecker, Tarasavage behind him. And they're going to hand it off to Tarasavage. He's looking for an opening, not finding one. Chippewa Falls able to pull him down basically right at the line of scrimmage. Clock rolling, 2:37 to go. You don't want to be in a super big hurry, but you also don't want to waste time here. Get your play in and get back up to the line of scrimmage here.
Little coaching cat and mouse here, right? With 2:22 to go, who's going to take the timeout? Who's going to hold? Are you going to sit on it? You're going to go for it?
Yeah.
Just coaching here.
If you're River Falls, you're not calling a timeout until you get over the 50. That's the way I look at it. If this thing goes to 0 and we've got the football on this side of the 50, we're just fine with that. We'll send Benedict in motion. Massa looking to throw. He's got a couple guys open up the middle, pulls it down, eludes it,
Scrambles.
looking to throw again. He's got a wide open Mason Novak. Novak able to pull it down at around the 42-yard line, so that's first down, and that's where I call our timeout right there.
Wow, speaking of highlight reels, and nice job there by Massa on that scrambling, keeping that alive. A little Brett Favre-ish, a little playground action, huh?
Yeah, it looked like Massa was going to go down, able to kind of get out of that tackle, come around, and then he had a couple guys open here on this side and able to get it to Novak. And we've got a timeout.
Hey, with that timeout, we got a second to go back and look at that play.
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
Watch the escapability here.
Yeah, Novak kind of almost wrapped up, almost pulled down, still looking around, throwing the ball downfield. He's got Novak and I think Cal Dumont down there. Novak able to pull it down and get the Wildcats a first down right there at the 42-yard line. So nice play by both Mason and Tino Massa. I mean, I was about to say Massa about to be sacked, and
yeah,
he just pulled himself out of there.
A little bit of escape artist there.
The other nice thing there is Chippewa Falls actually called timeout for us. So we didn't even have to take the timeout. Chippewa Falls did. Again, this is the second time they've called the timeout on the defensive side of the ball. So the Cardinals just trying to kind of regroup, kind of get everybody settled down, and, hey, we're just fine. Let's keep doing what we do and try to keep these guys out of the end zone in the next minute and 40 seconds.
That's another thing we added this week, too, on the scoreboard, the timeout tracker. You'll see the little tick marks there. So Chippewa Falls just down to 1 timeout. River Falls with 2 in their pocket.
And if I'm River Falls in this timeout, I'm going to come out with my play, and then I'm going to come out with another play. And we're going to run our play here and come right back up to the line of scrimmage with our second play. Time's of the essence. We put the football on the ground, but it looked like McPherson able to jump on that one and cover it up. So almost some trouble there, but Tino just trying to – either the ball wasn't there on time or maybe he just pulled out of that a little bit too quick. But
13.
Either way, ends up being a loss for the Wildcats, loss of 3, second down and 13 coming up with the clock rolling 1:13. And maybe here's a spot – maybe you just throw the football, find somebody downfield and try to hit, maybe not a home run, but try to hit a double or a triple here and see if we can kind of get inside maybe the 30 and have a shot at the end zone. So we're going to fake the handoff to Joe, and that's exactly what they do. They got Cal Dumont, one-handed grab.
Catch!
Cal Dumont has made some big plays all season long. He's not a guy we throw to a lot, but when we do, it's usually a big play, and that's one of them right there. Cal Dumont pulls it in one-handed, and the Cats are sitting with a 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
We got a second. Let's go take a look at that one more time.
We got to take a look at that one more time.
Wow, what a catch.
So Cal lined up on the near side. He just went into his stance, and watch Cal. He's going to run downfield. And Tino flings it over to him. One-handed grab by Cal Dumont. Just an amazing play. Keeping he just needs to get 1 foot in bounds here at this level, but just pulling that in, an amazing grab. Massa looking to throw again, throwing it up, He's got Novak, and Novak, boy, the ball went through the defender's hand, and then Mason tried to catch it and bounce out of his hand and right into the hands of Chippewa Falls. So that was there, and if it wasn't for probably a fingertip just kind of taking the ball off of the eyes of Mason Novak, that's probably a touchdown. But Chippewa Falls with a big defensive play there to keep the Wildcats out of the end zone because they were rolling. Cardinals will take over at, it looks like around the 2-yard line, 1st and 10, 43 seconds left. So this is a spot. Cats got to stay home. They got to play discipline. Don't give up the big play because you're going to see some of that misdirection right here. Little, they'll go quarterback sneak up the middle. And River Falls, nice job kind of getting on top of that one, not letting that turn into a big play. And that's super low risk there. We're just going to run up the middle, not even a handoff. We're not going to take the ball back into our own end zone. And just kind of gets them out of the shadow of their end zone. They're going to have to run one more play, and then that should do it for the first half. They'll go under center. Send a man in motion, and they'll hand it off to 22. Looking for the home run, gets into the second level. Cat's able to make the tackle there, and that should do it. I don't see anyone calling a timeout. Hayden Eckholm there with the tackle. They stop the clock to move the chains.
Now we're going to run it, and that's going to do it.
And that'll do it. So the clock will start, and it'll run down to 0. Did we call a timeout? Oh, I don't think we called a timeout, but it looks like Chippewa Falls did.
Used their last timeout. Maybe throw one home run ball. I guess why not, huh?
I wouldn't throw a home run ball. What I do is that little reverse and see if you can get us to over pursue it. So I think in this situation, you tell your linebackers to start playing a little center field here.
One more play. It is a first down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line for Chippewa Falls, and they called their final timeout here to run one more play. And I think they're just going to try to catch the Cats' defense off guard, over pursuing, and try to break one of those big plays like they did for their last touchdown. And they've got 22 lined up over on the far side, and my guess is this is what they're going to hand it to 1 or 14 over there and then to 22, and it's going to be coming our way. Far side of the field. And they'll just pitch it to 22. Try to stretch the play out. And Cat's able to make the tackle. And that'll do it. Look like number 25, Brody Ruck, over there on the tackle. So at the end of the first half, it is Chippewa Falls 16, River Falls 16. The Cats will get the football to start the second half, so that's a good thing for River Falls. But so far, Chippewa has been everything we said they were going to be. Lots of misdirection, lots of trying to get the defense kind of out of their rhythm and out of what they want to do. The Cats have that linebacker core that likes to run downhill, likes to come in and make plays. And Chippewa Falls will allow you to make a few plays, but then they're going to beat you badly on a few plays, and that's what they do. So exactly what we expected them to do is what they did there in that half. So we got some stats here from Mr. Dan Jenkins. We got some defensive stats. We'll start with those first. Thade Dreyer with 3 tackles, Todd Benedict with 2, Blake Schneider with 5, Josh Jenkins with 3, Cal Dumont with 2, Mason Novak with 1, and then we're going to credit a whole bunch of guys with 3, and Brody Ruck with 1. Total yards for Chippewa Falls offensively in that first half, 182 yards. So very, very strong first half offensively for Chippewa Falls. They had 5 first downs. Let's take a look at the offensive stats for your Wildcats. Joe Tarasavage had 74 yards rushing. He did have a fumble there on that opening handoff, but 2 touchdowns, both touchdowns for River Falls were thanks to the legs of the offensive line and Joe Tarasavage. And then we got Anthony McPherson, 3 carries for 10 yards. Griffin Klecker, an 8-yard catch. Todd Benedict, a 29-yard catch. Mason Novak, 21-yard catch. Thade Dreyer with a rush for 7 yards. Tino Massa, a rush for 2 yards. Cal Dumond, a catch for 24 yards. That's that amazing one-handed catch that he made. River Falls, a very, very nice first half of offense as well. 174 total yards offense. Massa was 5 of 6 with an interception, and I don't think we can really blame that on
No,
Tino.
a tip ball on that.
That was a tip ball, 82 yards, 7 first downs for River Falls offense. So both teams really, really good offensively.
Chris, we can go back and look at some of the highlights from the first half. If you'd like, come on up and describe what you see
Yeah,
here.
Braden's got a little package built for us. That's pretty cool. So right here we got the game 8-8. Chippewa Falls going to hand it off to that 22. And, again, that's the play that they do. They're going to get you going the wrong way. The whole defense was going to the left side, and they ran it back to the right side of the defense and made for an easy touchdown. Now for the Cats on their side of the ball, we see that big block there by number 74, Riley Andrist, and then Joe Terasavage finishes off the run. This is a point. Cats were down by 8, but a big run there for a first down. It caused Chippewa Falls to call a timeout because I think they were just a little shaken up on that right side of the line. A couple of big hits and a couple of spots that made it tough for them. Braden, you got something else for us here? All right, Cats 1st and 10. Tino Massa almost gets sacked and then finds a wide open Todd Benedict down inside the 30-yard line. And again, Tino just really, really savvy in the pocket. A lot of times today he's been under some big-time pressure and able to throw the ball downfield. Braden's got more for us. This time the football placed, looks like around the 18-yard line.
Watch the block on the far side by 77.
Sam Simpson finishing it off his man, and Terasavage does the work from there into the end zone for the touchdown. It gets us to that 16-16 tie where we sit right now. Here's another play. Massa eluding pressure. This is the last drive. Cats trying to get the football down, try to score here before the end of the half. That time he found Mason Novak. And then you're going to see, it's hard to pick a play of the game, but this might be it. I mean, the catch here by Cal Dumont, you're going to see him on the right side of the line, number 6. He's going to go downfield.
Nice play action.
Massa with the play action. And Cal Dumont, the one-handed grab, lefty with the left hand there, pulling that down. And then this here, what do we got here? Same play, Braden says. He says it's so good we got to see it twice. So Tino with the fake to Joey, and then the big throw downfield, Cal Dumont, one-handed grab, and just a beautiful, beautiful play. So good to have Braden here with us today, being able to provide those instant replays.
That's
and
next level.
Little recap, yeah.
That's next level stuff.
I don't know what this guy's getting paid, but it needs to be more.
Yeah, he came over literally. We spent 4 hours the other night. I was showing. This is a funny story. I think it's funny. Braden will think it's funny. So I had a how-to video on doing the instant replays. I've had it for like a year, and I just haven't had time to futz with it. And I play like 3 minutes of this 12-minute video, and Braden says, "I've seen enough. I can figure this out."
Yeah.
Because you can shut that off now. I got it.
You know, we've got this middle-aged crew that does all these games, and we just bring in a little young blood, some youth. And this guy's figuring out the magic. This is what he does.
I turned over enough rocks. I finally found Braden.
Yeah. See, you had to keep flipping rocks over.
Flipping rocks. And Rob put me on this rock. So
Yeah.
he's like, hey, check that one.
Yeah, Rob just checked in, just showed up in the house.
The
He's
artist.
going to be working his magic here for the varsity game tonight, so it'll be fun. Again, 7 o'clock. The guys should come on probably around 6:50 to bring you a little pregame. Starting to get a few more comments here. Looks like Amy Dumont, I believe that's Cal's mom. Yes, Cal. Nice catch, buddy.
Yeah.
And
Let's go play it. Yeah, go ahead. You got any more comment? We'll play a commercial when you're done, too.
Yeah, we got Grandma and Grandpa Larson watching, and then we got Josh watching, too. He's throwing in his nickname, but lots of people watching. Looks like we're up to 55 right now, so I appreciate everybody stopping in and checking out the game. And it's been a really fun it's been a fun season. You know, the first game, it looked like the Cats maybe just a little bit not quite ready for that game and kind of got a little beat up in that first game. But since then, really, really competitive. They knocked off New Richmond, and then a super, super, fun game to watch, the Hudson game. Obviously, the Cats ended up on the wrong side of that game, but it was super fun, 30-26 kind of shootout over there. And then since then, River Falls has really been lights out. They won 36-0 at Eau Claire Memorial and 44-6 last week against Superior. And this game is exactly what we thought it would be. Chippewa Falls played Eau Claire Memorial, similar score to what we had, so we expected them to come in and play a really tough game, and it's been exactly what we thought it would be.
Hey, let's go thank our main sponsor, First National Bank of River Falls. They sponsor everything in Wildcat sport. Let's go thank our sponsor.
First National Bank of River Falls is a proud sponsor of River Falls High School. We've been sponsoring River Falls High School athletics for over 50 years. We're proud to support area students, student athletes, and educators within our schools. Together, we are building a better community, one child at a time.
Thank you, Jeff Johnson et al. Down at the First National Bank of River Falls. They're up on the hill in Prescott. They're downtown River Falls, and they're on the campus of the University of Wisconsin, River Falls. Also want to thank Sarah Jenkins, our freshman game sponsor. Property Executives. You can give Sarah Jenkins a call or visit her website for all good kinds of information on the current market conditions. SarahJenkins.com. Thank you, Sarah, for sponsoring everything freshman football here with Wildcat Sports.
Yeah, we'll get through some more of our Big Rivers recap from last week. New Richmond lost 21-7 to Chippewa Falls. New Richmond now 2-2 in the Big Rivers, 4-2 overall. Chippewa with the win. They move to 2-2 in the Big Rivers and 4-2 overall. And again, that's tonight's matchup for the Wildcats. Again, Chippewa Falls strong every year, and what you've seen so far in this freshman game, you're going to see a lot of that, but just run even more efficiently because those kids have been in the program for 3 or 4 years. They will run that thing, and it'll be efficient. It's going to be tough to defend. And as a scout team in the high school football, it's really, really difficult to try to simulate that in practice. So you can try to simulate it. You can make it look somewhat like that, but you're not going to be able to run it as well as these guys do. So it's going to be an interesting game this evening. I think the Wildcats will have their work cut out for them, obviously. I'm a Wildcat guy. I think they're going to win, but it's going to be a really entertaining contest, I believe. Chippewa Falls set to kick off once again. Other games in the Big Rivers this week, Menominee hosting New Richmond. It's their homecoming. Hudson at Eau Claire North. Memorial on the road in Superior. Number 95 set to kick off for the Cardinals. And it is a ground ball.
Get on that. Uh-oh.
I don't think the Cats scooped it up. It looks like the Cardinals got it. So you see those kind of kicks, and you're like, dang it, you think that it's not a good kick because you didn't get a lot of distance on it, but what ends up happening is they're hard to field, and people are not expecting that ball to come across the carpet like that. And if you've got a kick coverage team that's aggressive and gets down the field, you can turn it over and end up with an extra possession. So River Falls had an opportunity to come up with the football there and perhaps get in the lead in this game for the first time. Instead, the Chippewa Falls offense will come out onto the field.
Third turnover for River Falls this game.
And that's not something they've been doing at all. Number 1 now taking over the quarterback duties, and he will hand it off to 22 right up the middle, and he is off to the races and into the end zone for the touchdown. So the Cats went over to the end zone, kind of had a talk, got to get their legs back, and so far 2 plays into the second half, neither one of them been very good.
Auspicious,
for the guys dressed in white.
Auspicious start for the Wildcats here in half number 2.
And again, we talk about that misdirection, thinking you're going to go right and they go left, and they'll run those edges a lot, but they'll do that too. They'll pull that guard, open up that hole right up the middle, and you think they're going to the edge, and they're going right down the middle, and that's what happens. 22-16 Chippewa Falls going for 2 here. They'll hand it off to the fullback, and he is not in there. So for the first time today, someone stopped in the 2-point conversion, and the way it's been going so far today, that could potentially end up swinging this game.
Yeah. Let's go back and take a look at that run again.
So 22 has been getting the ball early and often, and that time instead of taking to the edge, right up the middle, then it's a foot race, and 22 into the end zone for the touchdown.
He's athletic, isn't he?
He's athletic. We've seen that a lot today. He picks them up in big chunks, and it's hard to chase him down. So the Cats kick coverage team back on the field here. And the Cardinal faithful excited. I think they were a little nervous. 16-16 going into the half. River Falls getting the ball first. Maybe maybe they were going to be behind for the first time because River Falls, other than that first drive, has been really, really efficient moving the football down the field. But one turnover can make a big difference, and it's a game when you have two good teams. You can take 3 or 4 plays and swing them the other way, and you can have a different outcome. Doesn't take much. This time, it's going to be picked up by Thade Dreyer at around the 30-yard line. Dreyer across the 35 down to the 36-yard line. So the Cats offense will come onto the field. Right side hash, 36-yard line, 1st and 10, River Falls. Like the same personnel. We got Tino Massa checking in at quarterback. Massa spent most of the game under center. Ran a few shotgun plays there on that final drive, trying to move the ball quickly. Massa with Klecker and Tarasavage behind him. Hands the ball to Tarasavage. Tarasavage, nice hole, and picked up a lot of speed there once he got to the second level, able to take it across the 50 down to the 49-yard line. Picked up about 12, 13 yards there on first down, moves the chains. We can do that every first down. This will be a fun football game.
Fun for a back like that to get to second level without getting touched for the first 6 yards, you know what?
For sure. And that's, again, I think the big strength of this football team is the offensive line.
Again.
Look how far those offensive linemen are downfield pushing guys back. When you have offensive linemen ending the play 7, 8, 9 yards downfield, you're going to have a good game. And that's where those guys are just road grading and pushing guys backwards. And they've done it basically all season long. And it's fun to see when they really start hitting their stride and start moving people. Massa, same guys, Klecker, Tarasavage behind him, Todd Benedict to the near side. And that time the Cardinal defense able to get some penetration. They pulled down Joey after, looks like we'll give him about a half a yard on that play. So 3rd down and 2 coming up for the Wildcats at around the 42-yard line. And again, 2 opportunities here. They're going to move the football back a little bit. They had to eyeball that one. Get the level out, the little laser level. They dialed it in right there.
Chip the ball already. Hashtag chip the ball.
This time they're going to pitch it, and Sam Simpson out there in space again, moving his guy backwards. Tarasavage able to pick up about 13 yards there on 3rd and 2, and that will move the chains once again for the Wildcats. And looks like Mason Novak come over to help Joey up, and Joey's going to head over the sideline, catch his breath a little bit. Anthony McPherson will check in now. 1st and 10 for River Falls at the 29-yard line of Chippewa Falls.
I think the concession stand's open. I smell burgers and brats wafting up into this booth.
Yeah, they had one of those fancy Blackstone. They had a Blackstone over there. Looked like they were going to do some damage. And they're going to fake the pitch.
Nice play action.
Moss's got some
Run
room.
it.
They pulled down Dumond, so Moss is going to take off with it. I think that play was set up for Cal Dumond, but he ended up on the turf. But Tino, able to get first down yards, runs that one all the way down to the 15-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the 15-yard line, just under 8 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, he had a lot of green grass in front of him there, didn't he? I think he was surprised. His eyes got as big as softballs and went, I guess I could run this since nobody's out there.
Grandpa used to say, might just as well.
It might just as well, long as I'm here.
All right, first and 10 Wildcats. Clearly marked at about the 16. Massa will go back under center. And he's going to fake the handoff, look to throw once again. He's got Dumond in the end zone. Chippewa Falls, number
just
14, made a nice play on that football. Kind of ran around Cal, got his hands on it, but luckily for River Falls, the football falls to the turf safely, and Cats will able to run another play here. 2nd 10 now coming up.
Let's go take a look at that again, see how close that was.
Yeah, he's got Cal Dumond out there. Dumond open, but 14 able to make a nice play, just broke on that one, and able to knock it down. That's basically a basketball play. You sit in a guy's hip pocket, and when the basketball's coming down into the post, you knock it away. This time, Massa will go from shotgun. He's got McPherson with him, hands it off to Anthony. Anthony, nice little run up the middle, kind of found that second gear early able to pick up about 6 yards. Football's going to get marked at around the 9-yard line. So third, we'll give them 7. Third and a short 3 coming up here for the Wildcats. And Josh Jenkins will check in. Benedict over to the sideline. And I hear the Cats have kind of a big formation that they've been working on this week, and that might be this. A little double tight end. They got Josh lined up right behind Dumond, and they're going to run right to that direction. McPherson able to find some speed and into the end zone for the touchdown. Wildcats will match the touchdown for Chippewa Falls with one of their own. It is 22-22. Cats with an opportunity to take their first lead of the game here as they will leave the offense on here and go for 2.
Wow, great blocking again. You called that before the play even transpired. You said they got the bigs in there for the blocking, just blowing holes, poof, poof, and just runs it right up in there. 11-yard touchdown.
Josh Jenkins works out with Grandpa Mark, and he's been putting on some muscle over the last 2 years. See that guy walking around outside of his pads. He looks like a man, and he can push some people around.
Wildcats looking to take the lead right here with 6:50 to go in the third.
Come out in the shotgun here, Novak and Benedict. Benedict will go in motion. Massa throwing it over, and he's got Novak for the 2. And the Wildcats take the lead for the first time tonight, 24-22, 6:50 to go, third quarter.
Let's go ahead and take a look at that touchdown run again.
All right. So you see
9-yarder.
Jenkins come in here. He's 45, lined up just kind of behind the line of scrimmage in a wing position, and they're going to hand it off right to that side. And you just see guys flying all over the place. Number 66 in there throwing some blocks for the Cats as well. That's Kean O'Keefe. Kean missed the game last week with injury, back this week, and he is making it happen out there. River Falls offensive line has been on point all season long, and they're definitely hitting their stride right now. We got Mason Moss saying, isn't River Falls 6-1? Varsity team 6-0, Mason. We actually have the
varsity scoreboard.
The varsity scoreboard up. We've got a lot of stuff going on with production this week, but so that's the varsity records up there that you see on the screen.
And the varsity state ranking. I'm not sure what we're ranked at state at the freshman level.
Yeah, we'll have to see how the AP votes on that next week.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get a little UPI in there as well.
Yeah.
Tara Savage kicks that ball inside the 20. And number 1 able to get out there, but Tara Savage, he kind of kicked that football off and just kind of laid in wait there, waiting to make the play. And number 1 found some green, but 21 doesn't miss too many tackles and makes the open field tackle. Will drop him at the 45-yard line. But really good starting field position coming up for the Cardinals, trailing for the first time this evening. Thought this game would be a good one, and it's been everything as advertised so far today. A lot of big plays from both teams and a back-and-forth contest. This time Chippewa Falls will go from the shotgun. Again, number 1 coming in there and playing some quarterback. They had number 6 in there in the first half playing QB for him. That was Gavin Thompson. Jalen Smith taking over the quarterback duties. And, again, at this level, that's not abnormal. You'll see teams kind of running a few different quarterbacks through, getting some looks at some different guys.
Yeah, you can't really call that the Wildcat here at the freshman level. It's just another quarterback.
Yep. Brody Rock checking in defensively over on the far side. Chippewa Falls. Long cadence there. They'll hand it off to 22. That's the same play they scored a touchdown on the last drive. And it makes hay there as well. Pick up of around 6 or 7 right up the middle. And it'll be first down, Chippewa Falls moving the chains.
On that touchdown run, he got to about that same level and had just enough room to make a shifty cut there. And he cut back against the grain and was able to run it for the touchdown last time. There they got him bottled up in the middle.
Yeah, we're seeing another comment coming through. That's Anthony McPherson's birthday. So touchdown for the birthday for Anthony McPherson. Number 1's going to keep it this time, but he's met by a host of white shirts, and they'll pull him down. Not much on that play there. Bo Bjork, it looks like Hayden Ekholm actually in there, I think with Jack Larson. Pickup of about a yard or 2 there on first down. Clock rolling, 5:30 left to go, third quarter. River Falls up 24-22. Jalen Smith will go under center this time. And this time they'll pitch it to the near side. 34 finding an opening. And 34 is going to bring it down to just inside the 25-yard line to the 24. So a nice run there. Don't have that guy in the program, but it's 34. Sorry, Eli Moe with the carry for the Cardinals. 1st and 10 at the 24. And the Cardinals have definitely, we talk about all the misdirection and all the different things they do. They've also really mixed up the cadence as well. They'll come in and do it quick, and then they'll come in and take their time. 22, far side of the field, breaks a few tackles, and he's going to be, looks like a pickup of about, looks like 5 or 6. Very second and manageable 5 here coming up for the Cardinals at the River Falls 20-yard line. Cats able to buckle up on that first drive in this position. This would be a really nice spot for them to do the same thing here, as the Cats could use a nice stop and maybe run down the field and get a touchdown and get some separation. But Cardinals moving the ball. Both these offenses tonight have been really good. And big pile. They're going to whistle that one dead after a short gain. Well, they're going to give them about 2, so... Third and 3.
You could have threw a hula hoop around those 22 players right there. They were in one scrum.
Yeah, in hockey we call it the mite formation.
That's the mite formation right there. You had 22 within a 3.5-foot ring, like clowns in a phone booth.
So 3rd and 3 now coming up for the Cardinals. Clock ticking. Under 4 minutes to play now in the third quarter. Smith will work from back under center again. And they'll hand it off to 22. And he keeps those legs churning, and I think he's got first down yardage. Going to be close.
That kid's going to be a good one, isn't he?
He sure is. And that's what Chippewa, they just churn out these guys. You've seen tonight, so many different people have touched the football. So they really develop backs. It's 4th down and short here. We're going to call it 4th down and a foot. And the last time they were in this position, the Cats able to get the TFL. We'll see what happens here, but I'm guessing this is going to be, I don't think they're going to mess around outside. I'm going to guess this is going to be number 1 running right up the middle. He's going to keep it. Takes it to the outside edge and
he's got it.
Able to get a few guys to miss tackles and get the first down.
I think that might have been the similar play they ran on 4th and short last time when we got into the backfield and stuffed it.
Yeah, very similar. The Cats have got some different faces in there defensively right now, some new guys out there, getting some guys some playing time. And, I think when you have some fresh guys in there playing, sometimes some missed tackles happen. And we've seen it a few times in this drive already. Number 1, Jaden Smith, under center. And he's going to hand it off to 34. 34 makes a move, and then he is pulled down. Who do you got there, Dan, on the tackle?
Schneider.
Blake Schneider.
2 in a row.
Schneider.
That shows 1-4 on the run.
14 on the run. Owen Hediger. Blake Schneider will make the tackle. 2nd and goal from the 5 coming up. Looks like they're going to mark it almost to the 4. Like to see a couple of big plays, maybe a TFL. One thing we haven't had in this game so far tonight is a flag. We talked about being short some officials early on, and the guys that have been out there have let the kids play. Haven't seen any penalties.
Delay a game.
And we do have a flag here.
No.
We do. We had to delay a game? Okay. I missed that.
On the kickoff.
Oh, wow. Okay.
35 to 40.
All right. So a gain of about 1 is going to set up a 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. Cats will bring in, looks like Sammy Simpson there defensively. They're going to bring in some size in that line. The Cardinals with a nice push, though, and they're into the end zone. So the Cats took the lead on their last drive, and the Cardinals able to drive right back down the field, take it back. And we're in a good old-fashioned barn burner here at this point.
It's a dogfight.
Dogfight, barn burner, whatever you want to call it. Either way, there's going to be a lot of points up on the board.
Good old-fashioned Jim Dandy.
If Bucky was doing push-ups, his arms would be tired right now.
Yeah.
Cardinals go for 2. Hand it off to 22 around the far side. And the Cats able to stack up, keep them out of there. So another nice play there on the 2-point conversion. It looked like that was going to be good, and I think enough white jerseys arrived at the time. The lineman out there on that edge able to kind of slow the play down, and then the linebackers got there and kept them out of the end zone. So just a 4-point lead now, 28-24. Chippewa Falls leading River Falls, but the Cats will bring the offense back onto the field here. Kick return team is out there. Gives us a chance here. Looks like Jimmy Hopeful and Jim's son playing on the varsity team this evening. Says, let's go Cats. This gives us a little opportunity to talk to you about the Booster Club. You can go to their website, rfhsboosters.org. This month they're doing a membership drive, so this is the last day of the month. Memberships start at just $25. River Falls Booster Club supports all high school sports. Since 2017, the River Falls Booster Club has donated over $200,000 in needed equipment to River Falls sports teams. It's just one of those things, you know, the school board or the district does a nice job of providing a lot of things, but there's some of those special requests that the coaches are looking for, and the Booster Club kind of fills those holes and makes sure that if somebody needs something, they get it. So 95 out there to kick off once again. Kick return team out there. We got a mom out here yelling to hit somebody. That's pretty cool. Novak scoops it up at the 27-yard line, slides past one tackler, and then kind of does another little shimmy all the way out to the 47-yard line. Some will call that the 52, but we'll call it the 48, their own 48.
And maybe that's why I still like football a little bit. It's like one of the last bastions of, like, you know, it's where you have a little bit of political incorrectness yet. You know, mom's still yelling, Jimmy, take his head off. You know?
Right.
You know, it's like, no orange slices here.
Yeah. It's a physical game. It's
It
an
is.
emotional game, we call it. It's an emotional game.
Emotional.
And they'll give it to Tara Savage. Again, Tara Savage waiting for those blocks to show up.
Oh, balls on the ground. I think we got that one, though.
Yeah, I think we did, but whew.
Oofda. That's the
Yeah.
fourth time we almost had a turnover today. With that one, we get back.
Another big play by Cal Dumont. And I don't know if Joe has fumbled at all this season, and now 2 in this game. And I got to think maybe the Cardinals have made that a point of emphasis, like we're going to try to knock the ball out of there, because Joe he's a strong kid. You know, you see a lot of times defenders grabbing him by the arms, and he just kind of powers through them. And just haven't seen that football hit the turf very often with him handling it, but twice today.
Play
They're going to
action.
fake it to Joe, throw it over to Todd Benedict, and Benedict's got it, but we got a flag down. That's going to be in the neighborhood of a hold.
Flag.
Yep, that's what it's going to be. So they're going to back up River Falls. The chain gang moving a little early. They might get chastised. You cannot move until they tell you to move.
I don't think these guys went to the seminar.
They did not. I believe these are.
They found those guys in the hallway on the way here.
There's a greenskeeping crew that was fired because they put
Yeah.
turf in. You guys can run the chains.
Yeah.
So now we got to figure out where that thing should be.
It's about an 11-yard penalty.
Yeah, these guys have no
Yeah,
idea
so-
because they're going to give us a 1st and 10. So we got some issues here. We'll take the 1st and 10, but that's not what it should be. Wow. Well, we're short an official tonight, and somebody didn't spot that because it should not be 1st and 10. But we'll take it. They back the football up, 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. We talk about freshman football being a developmental kind of game. Well, it is for the officiating and the chain gang. Massa still on his feet, and Massa has 1st down yardage down to the 35-yard line, and I think that would have been 1st down yardage even if the markers were where they were supposed to be. So we'll say all is fair in love and war and football. 1st and
Exactly.
10, Wildcats. 30 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter, and Cats marching the football down the field. here.
Not yet. We'll do it next. We'll take a look at that play again, I think, between quarters.
Why not? This should be the last play of the game. Unless the Cats pass and have an incompletion here, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll hand it to Tara Savage. Tara Savage moving forward We're going to call that a gain of 3 or 4, and that will end the third quarter. Cardinals.
Nope, 4.2, and I heard there it goes.
Okay, yeah.
All right, let's take a look at that scramble run again by Massa.
So I think this is a designed pass. Massa takes a look around, doesn't see anybody open, pulls it down, finds a little seam, and just a great piece of running, lots of vision. And that's something that Tino brings to the game. Obviously, you see it when he's passing the football, but he sees things ahead of him before most people will see it ahead of him, and found that little seam, ran through it, and picked up the first down. So Cats sitting here with the second down, and looks like they're going to give Joey not much of a gain there on that run, so they're calling it 2nd and 10 coming up for River Falls to start the fourth quarter. Cats down 28-24, but the way they're moving the football, I would expect, unless something goes off the rails here, they're going to have an opportunity here to get back in the lead.
Thank you, Sarah Jenkins with Property Executives, for sponsoring freshman Wildcat football. Go see Sarah's website at sarahjenkins.com for some good information about the current real estate market. Thank you, Sarah.
We got to give some more thank yous. Again, these kids are going to get done with the game. I think they're going to stick around for about the first half of the varsity game tonight. But Jamie Schneider organized some sandwiches for these kids and some food, snacks, and stuff to get home with. But we got a lot of people contributed. Sarah Jenkins, Property Executives, Jenkins Property Management, Jacqueline Walquist, River Falls Construction. Lots of parents just donated as well. Then I saw a new fresh batch of photos from Tara Savage came out last week. She is the team photographer, and it's so awesome at the end of the week to go and take a look at the things that she's putting out there, the professional level photos of these kids, and she's just giving it to us for free. It's really a blessing. They'll pitch it out to McPherson, far side of the football. Sam Simpson out there does a great job not holding, but gets in the way. McPherson still on his feet and into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Wildcats back in the catbird seat over here at Chippewa Falls.
Baby, what a run there. Good blocking, great run.
Yep, he again waited for that block to develop. Sam didn't pancake his man there, but just got in the way, gave Anthony an opportunity to get outside. And Anthony is fast. He is super fast. He gets out there, finds the edge, finds the goal line, and the Cats back in the lead here, 30-28, 9:51 to go. So far, River Falls has been perfect on 2-point conversions. Let's see if we can get it in here again.
Boy, you like those guys who can sniff the goal line. You know what? Just know where that is and just want it.
They wanted it, and this team's put up a lot of points in the last 4 weeks. I mean, they are scoring at will. They're going to run the little reverse back the other way, and Novak throws it to a wide open. I'm guessing that's Caldemont. It is in the back of the end zone. So we talk about trickeration.
Fake me out.
There's some trickeration. So they look like they're running the reverse, and the Chippewa Falls Cardinals sold out on the reverse. They had Novak stopped, but forgot about Caldemont in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, let's go take a look at that long run again.
Yeah, just a thing of beauty here. They're going to line up. They've got a couple receivers to the edge, and they're just going to block down. And then Sam Simpson pulling out, doesn't pancake his guy, but just gets in the way. McPherson finds some room, almost stumbles, but catches his feet, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. Caldemont there to celebrate, and it's 32-28, River Falls. 9:51 to go. This is where it'd be awesome to see a defensive stop, and the Cats just generate some offense coming back the other way. We go home, winners. Everybody's happy. Get your sandwich, get your Gatorade. And what do we got? I think we probably got some bars or something going on. With
all kinds of West Wind, Johnny's Bar, Tarnation Tavern, Juniors. They all got the game on tonight.
Oh, I was talking about bars. The boys are going to be eating bars on the bus.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like eating establishments where you can watch the game and have a Kool-Aid.
Some Rice Krispie bars. Ball fielded at the 25-yard line and wrapped up and pulled down there by Jack Carnell. Nice tackle there by Jack, and if he doesn't make the tackle, maybe number one's still running. So that will put the football down and around. They're going to mark it at about the 41-yard line. Nose at the 41. 1st and 10 for Chippewa Falls. 9:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Cats defense running onto the field. A little talk there as Chippewa was in the huddle. And number 1 will go from the shotgun this time. We don't see this too often. They'll run 14 in motion. And they'll hand it off 22 football on the ground. Cats there and able to pull him down. Matt Tiffany there, as well as, I believe, Devin Duchesne on the play. So we haven't seen Chippewa Falls really kind of have any kind of missteps with their little game there where they're doing all this misdirection in the backfield. They've been very clean all night. And that time put the football on the ground. So 2nd down and long, 2nd and 20 from the 31-yard line. This would be a good spot for the Cats to buckle up here and keep them from moving the chains. This time they'll go under center, hand it off to 22 again, and Novak able to get a hand on McPherson, comes up and cleans it up. Pickup of around 7 will set up a 3rd down, and we'll call it 12 or 13 from the 37, 38-yard line. They haven't placed the ball, but that's about where it's going to be.
Who's 55, River Falls?
55, Devin Duchesne. I call him the animal.
Well, the animal was doing a little bit of gritty after that sack. See him, you give him a little bit of he had a little gritty going after that.
That does not surprise me.
He hit that pretty good, too. I'm not going to lie to you. He picked it up and laid that down pretty good.
He's a cool young man. Very cool young man. Chippewa going from the shotgun, 3rd and 13. Number 1 looking to throw, and that's going to be incomplete. That was kind of a run to a spot. I'm going to throw it to a spot, and Mason Novak had it covered up pretty well. Anthony McPherson and Jack Carnow also in the neighborhood. So 4th and 13 coming up for Chippewa Falls. Haven't seen a punt yet in this game. Let's see what they come up with here. Did they bring in some wholesale changes? I was looking down at the other end of the field.
Yeah, I mean,
you'd think they're going to punt, right?
You would think punt here, but who knows?
Looks like
they do have a punter deep, number 1.
But it's number 1. He's dangerous. We'll see what happens. This isn't a spot you typically see a fake punt, but Cats kind of staying at home defensively. McPherson
the left
is going to roll
kicker.
back. It is a short kick, but it does take a Chippewa Falls bounce. Going to bounce now. Takes a little bit of a River Falls roll, and it's going to go out of bounds at around the 32 or 33-yard line. So the Cats offense will come onto the field here with 8-14. Oh, they're going to mark it at the 31. We'll come onto the field here with 8:14 to go in the 4th quarter. And if they can really put a nice drive here and put this football in the end zone, I think it's going to be time to turn the lights out. But Chippewa Falls, with the Cats having an opportunity there at the end of the 2nd quarter, kind of buckled up, kept them out of the end zone. Let's see if the defense on the Chippewa Falls side comes up with a stop here. But, that's the first punt of the game right there. Vince Anderson, the center. Massa in the shotgun. Tara Savage next to him. They'll run Thade Dreyer in motion. Hand it off to Thade. Thade had a nice run in the 1st quarter, and a pretty solid carry there as well. Going to be a gain of around 5. We'll set up a 2nd and 5 for River Falls at the 36-yard line.
Hey, I want to say thank you to all the viewers who have tuned in today from all around planet Earth who've decided to tune in and check out Wildcat versus Chippewa Falls freshman football. Hope you're enjoying the game. Chris Larson doing a great job bringing you the play-by-play action today.
And again, a great team here. Kevin Westhouse. We got Dan Jenkins behind me doing stats, and Braden Engstrom, the technical director here. Give it to Tara Savage. Tara Savage running through him. Now he's off the races, down the sideline, and they are not going to catch him. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. 7:25 to go, 4th quarter, and River Falls has stretched the lead out to 38-28. 2-point conversion pending.
That was a 68-yard run.
And again,
74 to be exact.
Tara Savage, very, very patient runner. Kind of waits for everything to set up, makes that breakthrough into the 2nd level, knocks a few guys down, and once he gets in the clear, it's amazing. A guy that runs with that kind of power has that kind of speed because he doesn't get pulled down from behind.
Power, balance, agility, speed. Just a full package, we call that.
That's all the tools. All right, Cats going for 2. They are 4 for 4 so far tonight on the 2-point conversion. Massa will go from the shotgun. And we got Mason Novak to the left, looking for Novak. Novak covered, and he throws it in for our guy, Cal Dumond. Dumond pulls it in, and River Falls will take a 40-28 lead. So up by 12. I was kind of thinking maybe we'd take 4 or 5 minutes off there, but
We punch one in from 74.
might as well. I mean, we'll take the touchdown. We're not going to send it back, but
Right?
would have been really cool to maybe take about half of that quarter off the clock. But
You know what else we have, Chris? We have instant replay to show that run again.
let's take a look. Braden's got it set up. We're on the far side there, and they ran to the narrow side of the ball. And again, downfield there, you see Sam Simpson, you see Cal DeMond, and then at this point, it's a foot race, and Joe Tarasavage does not lose foot races. So
That's a nice run.
that is a nice run. But again, team blocking. You saw Todd Benedict in the middle knocking out the linebacker there as well. So these guys, and that's the thing, if you want to run the football, get those receivers to buy into blocking. Get those guys that are the big guys out in open space and knocking people over. And that's going to lead to a lot of success in your run game. Tarasavage out there to kick off. Cats with a 40-28 lead. Tarasavage, nice ball. Is going to be caught at around the 26-yard line by Jaden Smith. And Smith up the middle and pulled down. Looks like Josh Jenkins in there on the tackle. So 7:18 to go, fourth quarter. Chippewa Falls now trailing by basically a score and a half, and we'll see what they can do. They're going to have to put the ball in the end zone twice to get a win, and that's assuming that River Falls doesn't get back in there.
Each team, both with their full complement of timeouts.
Yeah, River Falls in the last 3 games, I think they've maybe had 2 or 3 drives where they haven't scored. The offense has just been that good. Smith from under center, looking to throw this time. And he's got some room. 22 wide open, but overthrew him.
Yeah, he had a step and a half, didn't he? And the throw was just about 2 feet too tall.
Yeah, it was kind of one of those weird deals, too. There was a couple guys in the backfield, and I think they almost were surprised to see that Smith had the football. And so Jaden Smith had some opportunity there to throw the football, and just I think he saw those white jerseys like, I just got to gun this thing out there. And 22 had outrun the coverage, but the ball just a little bit too far out there for him. So 2nd and 10 now for Chippewa Falls from their own 32-yard line. Smith back under center. Cats with some fresh faces out there defensively as well. 22
That's
looking
a
to make a
hold.
move. Caden Kroll in there making the play. Ty Hastings as well. Devin Duchesne at the bottom of the pile. 2nd down or 3rd down and 10 now coming up for Chippewa Falls. The Cats can get a nice play here, force a 4th and long. It could probably put the Chippewa punter back onto the field. And again, up until the last drive, we haven't seen a punter yet tonight. Chippewa Falls will go from the shotgun this time. Smith standing in his own 26, looking to throw. He had a guy open, but the ball, he kind of lost his footing. Ball slips off of his fingers, and it's going to be incomplete.
Can you punt here down by 12 with 6:35 to go, Mike McCarthy?
Not if you want to win the football game. If you want to win the football game, you got to go.
I think so. I think you might not get it back.
You may not get it back. Yeah, I mean, it's if you don't get it, obviously you're giving River Falls the football in a good spot. But if you want to win the game, you got to go for it here. And number 1 stepping back deep like he's going to punt, but
Yeah.
we'll see what happens here.
He is going to
McPherson,
punt.
Yeah, he punts it. And McPherson's going to step out of the way, and the Cardinals will down it at around the 35-yard line.
It's a pretty low percentage play, 4th and 10. But you're down by 12 with 6 minutes. I don't know. Tough call there.
Yeah. I mean, like we say all the time, these freshman broadcasts, this isn't going on the news tonight. So to me, it's like, let's try to win the game. But
Hey, but if it is going to go on the news, we got some good replays we can dial up for you.
So the Cats offense will come back on the field, and if it's me, you're going to see a very healthy dose of Joe Tarasavage with some McPherson and maybe some Ekholm mixed in here. But as well as Tino Massa has thrown the ball tonight, I want to see a lot of running here. Tarasavage, and he's going to fall ahead for a gain of around 5. And let's just do that. You pick up 5, you're going to stay on time with your down and distances, and let's get some first downs.
Speaking of running and a fumble?
Must have been.
Wow.
I missed that.
I did too. I totally missed that. I was just going to say, speaking of running and milking clock, how about that drive last week, River Falls varsity team against Superior? They had the ball the entire third quarter and 25 seconds of the fourth quarter and scored a touchdown. I've never seen it.
That was a thing of beauty.
Wasn't it?
I mean, and we're talking about on time, down and distance. I mean, it was like 4 yards of carry, and we're just going to just keep doing it to you.
21 plays, 3 fourth down conversions, and they punch it in.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's 3 times now Tara Savage put the football on the turf. And, again, just we have not seen that all season long. So, not sure what's happening there, if Joey's a little shaken up. Or, he's obviously had the ball in his hands a lot today. I don't know if maybe put 24 or 3 back there and let those guys run a little bit, because it's out of character and it's something we haven't seen, but it's certainly not something that is what we want to see.
Well, definitely breathed some life into Chippewa Falls, didn't they?
For sure. They had really not done much for 2 drives in a row. Now they've got the ball on the correct side of the field as far as they're concerned. Nice run is going to bring it just shy of the first down. Be 3rd down and very short. But, hey, let's get the clock out. They're going to move the chains. So it'll be 1st and 10. The spot was a little bit better than the chain guy thought it was going to be.
Spin the clock, and here we go.
Yeah, let's get that clock rolling. Number 1, Jaden Smith under center, and he's going to keep it, gets to the next level, and Cat's able to wrap him up without letting too much go. Caden Kroll there, along with number 3, Hayden Eckholm, making the tackle. So a 2nd down and about 6 now coming up for the Cardinals. Clock now under 5 minutes. But if Chippewa can take this 25 more yards, they can get this back to a 1-score game. Starting to see the cheerleaders and some other people show up. Varsity game coming up on tap at 7 p.m. The broadcast will start shortly before that. Jaden Smith looking to throw, and number 7, Felix Wahlquist, had him wrapped up, but Smith able to get out of it. Very similar to what we saw earlier with Tino, and he completes the pass downfield for 1st down yardage, so that'll move the chains.
I kind of gave up on that on the camera. I thought they had him.
I thought they had him too.
And just kept fighting, and he makes a great play.
Yeah, we've talked about it several times this year. With the contact and everything that's been happening, we saw it last night. We're trying to get kids to be able to play football and enjoy the game without getting them hurt. We don't do as much tackling in practice as we used to, and you kind of see the product of that right there. I mean, that's a spot where that guy's got to go down.
Had jersey, and he just fought,
Yep.
and sometimes you got to tip your hat to the athlete to go, hey, way to keep fighting, son.
Yeah. Helps to get low when you're tackling, too.
Get low.
2nd down and 5
Somewhere
now.
below the belt, drive the shoulder.
Coming up for the Cardinals. And they'll hand it off to 25, the fullback. Fullback doesn't get a whole lot of carries. That time he got it, moved it ahead for about 4. Again, the clock is right now the Wildcats' friend, down to 3:35 and rolling. But Chippewa Falls knocking on the door here. 3rd down and 1 from the 10-yard line of River Falls. And they'll go from the shotgun this time. They'll run 34 in motion. And they're going to hand it off to 22. And the animal was in there, but 22 still on his feet. And finally pulled down. Looks like Jack Larson made the tackle there. But, boy, that was another spot where the Cats had him stopped for a loss.
Maybe some fatigue setting in
Definitely.
here with, a couple times in this drive we had them for losses, and they just kept their feet moving and broke tackles and made a play.
Right, and when you have those fumbles that happen the first 1 or 2 plays of an offensive drive, your defense comes off the field. They're kind of wiped out. They're excited. They were able to get a stop. And then all of a sudden they're right back out on the field. So a lot of those guys, they're trying to get a drink before they go back out. And it's like, nope, you're going right back out there. So when that happens, obviously it's tough offensively, but it also makes it more difficult on your defense.
Are you surprised Chippewa Falls is not taking a timeout here?
2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. I don't know. Number 1's going to keep it. He's into the end zone. Again, maybe we've just reached that spot in the game where maybe we're going developmental because, again, I think if you want to win the game, you would not punted on that last drive. But, it's one of those things, letting the kids play, letting them learn, the whole thing is a learning experience for all of them right now at this level. All right.
Ruth Schneider's listening. She says Grandma and Grandpa Schneider are listening from Stillwater.
Awesome.
Shoreview.
Welcome to the broadcast. And, wow, that was some real misdirection because I was on number 1 with 22 right up the middle for the 2-point conversion. It was really kind of all elementary because it really wouldn't have mattered. I guess it does matter. They would have had to get one of the 2-point conversions if they're going to win this game. But 36-40 now at this point, and 2:21 to go.
Plenty of time with all the timeouts on the board. I'm going to say clock's kind of irrelevant if you make a stop with all the timeouts in the bag.
Right, yeah. It's going to be really important for River Falls to do 2 things. 1, you got to get a first down. But 2, and most importantly, we can't turn the football over. If we're not going to get a first down, we at least want to be in a position where we can send the punter out and play field position game here. But we cannot afford another turnover here. The Cats have really played very well offensively, other than the turnovers. And defensively, I expected them to give up some points tonight. I knew Chippewa Falls, very difficult to defend, very difficult to prepare for. But, we just got to hold on to the football.
You don't necessarily need an onside kick here with the 3 timeouts, right?
You don't have to, no. But I don't know. The one short kick that they had earlier in the game, they were able to recover. So maybe you kick it into the. It looks like the Cats got the hands team out there now. They got a lot of low numbers up front, so they're expecting it. They've got 17, 24, 15. A lot of those low numbers out there for this kick return. Kids look like they're a little confused about where they need to line up.
This is an exciting play in football right here.
Right. I think we have.
You go here.
We got the right amount.
You go here.
We got the right amount. And it is an onside kick, and it is fielded by Mason Novak. Couldn't really pick a better guy for them to kick the football to. Mason's pretty much Johnny on the spot, and he's able to field it, get to the turf, cover it up. So Wildcat football, really nice spot here at the 47-yard line. And again, hang on to the football. If we can hang on to the football, we're going to win this game.
I think you got to get one first down.
Yep.
With the 3 timeouts in the pocket by Chip. Probably move the chains once, and that should about do it.
Yeah, 40-36 River Falls. Massa under center. They're going to pitch it out to Joey. Joey's going to look for a hole on the outside, bounces through a couple of red jerseys, and he's got still on his feet, still running through guys, pushed out of bounds at the 33-yard line. I thought they were going to push him out 10 yards further back, but Joe with the big run there. The only real issue there is we got knocked out of bounds. But I think
that's a good trade, probably, though.
Right.
28 yards for clock stoppage.
Yeah, I think the coaching staff probably wanted to get Joey out in some space, get him feeling comfortable holding that football again, too. When a kid puts the ball on the turf like that, no one is more angry about it than him. And I think that's a nice run, gets him out. He's not going to have guys coming in behind him, knocking the ball out. He can see what's going on. So that's probably more of a confidence builder type of run than anything. Just getting him in a space where he can see what's going on and really protect the football. And now they're going to hand it off to Benedict. Benedict right up the middle.
Woo. Nice
run there for Todd. Took a little bit of a lick, but hung on. And Wildcats in a good spot here. Clock rolling, 1:56 to go. Nice spot down in distance as well. 2nd down and 1 here coming up as the Cats try to salt this game away. Leading at 40-36. And they're taking their time. And again, this is one of those things. You got Massa in there at quarterback. He's been playing a lot of JV minutes, playing a lot of freshman minutes, and just very savvy. He's going to come to the line of scrimmage, taking his time. He's going to be watching that clock, and he'll let that clock trickle down to the very last second before he snaps the football. And usually you're keeping an eye on the back, Judge. Looks like the ref behind the offense has the clock here. Usually you're watching the guy in the defensive backfield, but since we're short an official, he came up and now he's counting off for Tino. So a little bit of a challenge there trying to do what we're doing. And Joe Tarasavich with two hands holding firmly that football is going to move forward, and it'll be first down yardage. And now clock under a minute. It doesn't look like Chippewa Falls is going to call a timeout.
Let's go back and look at that run again. I think we've got that.
You're going to see the Cats pitch it out to Joe. Joe, again, very patient, waiting for those blocks to set up. There he looks like he's down, but just keeps those legs churning right down the field, and they're finally able to push him out of bounds. And, again, that's what he does best. He doesn't stop.
Yeah, Chippewa Falls did take a timeout here. That'll also give us time maybe just to thank our main sponsor, First National Bank. Let's play this ad right here.
Community banking is about giving back to the communities we serve. It's about focusing on needs and making decisions to better businesses and families in the area. It gives an opportunity for employees to live, work, and play local. We are your community bank.
Thank you, First National Bank of River Falls, over there in Prescott, downtown River Falls, and on the campus of the University of Wisconsin. River Falls sponsoring everything Wildcat Sport right here on the River Falls Sports Broadcasting Network on the YouTube.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. I was going to say let's go into victory formation, but if they're calling timeouts, then we are running the football. And the ball loose, and Massa will cover it up. So, again, the Cats over the last few weeks just really no kind of mistakes like that, but we've had a couple just – we muffed the snap in the third quarter, and then that one there, that's just like it's an unforced error, and it's something that we haven't seen for the last few weeks. And maybe that's a good thing. That's something that I've been talking about with some kids about mental toughness. And when things go awry and things go bad, you say good. That's how we learn,
Right.
And this is going to be something, I'm sure the last few weeks it's been real easy for the kids to watch the game and go, wow, we are really good. Like, we are just crushing people. And today, I think they saw some things they need to shore up, some things they need to clean up. And, again, the object here is to become better football players through freshman football. And I think everybody will have a chance to look at this film and see some things they could have done better. Massa will go under center now, 2nd down and 18 from the 20-yard line. And, again, Chippewa Falls called the timeout, stop the clock, pitch it out to Tarasavich. He's going to go around the edge, again, through some tacklers. Sam Simpson out there to make the blocks, and Tarasavich will take it up to around the 11-yard line.
And I believe they do call their
I think that's their final timeout.
Final timeout.
So Chippewa Falls will call timeout. The Cats will have 3rd down coming up here. 3rd down and around 9 from the 10-yard line.
Once again, we'll just say thank Sarah Jenkins with Property Executive Realties. SarahJenkins.com.
Yeah, thanks to Sarah. And thanks to her husband as well, who does the stats for us. And he usually has something really, really awesome. He's pretty quiet, doesn't say a lot. But when he says something, it's like, yeah, man, you got it. You're right. Whatever it is, it's good.
He's keeping the stats. That's no easy task.
Yeah, he's busy over there. I see that there's smoke coming off of that pen right now.
Yeah.
He's adding stuff up. He's really quick with handing me that clipboard at the end of the half. When I do stats, it usually takes me a couple minutes to kind of compile everything. But Dan's very efficient over there. And, again, that pen's working fast. Yeah, I think he's just better with numbers.
So the play clock is 40 seconds. So you run a 7-second play here, and then it's over.
Pretty much. And, hey, if we give them the football back with 1 second left,
we would take our chances on that.
I like those odds. Massa under center. Klecker and Tarasavich behind him. They'll pitch it to Tarasavich. Joey kind of makes a move, and he's moving forward. And you saw they ran to the kind of the short side of the field, but Joe, you could see he was like, I am not going out of bounds. Yeah. They like running to that side because that's where Sam is. But Joe very much kind of made sure that he went down inbounds, and that will run the clock down. I'm guessing
that's going to do it. That play, the whistle blew to start that play with 39 seconds. So that's going to do it. Someone just did the math.
Yep. Cats running out to the middle of the field to do the handshake, and that's
a nice win.
It's a great win. You see these games that we've had over the past few weeks, and we're just destroying people. And those are really fun for parents and kids to play in and parents to watch. but it's really hard to learn when you're winning 44-6. This is a game where there's a lot of tests. There's a lot of spots in those games where you're challenged, and this is how you grow as a football player, is to play in games like this, because every one of those kids today were pushed to the limit. It was just a really fun game to watch and awesome. This is how you win games. This is how you learn to win games. There's a lot of people that go out and they play these tight games. They always end up on the wrong side of it. But when you can go out and prove that you can win a game where both teams are just throwing haymakers at each other, this builds resolve, this builds character, this does the things that this program wants to do. So big win for the Cats, and I think should be a lot of proud people because they came over here and played a really good football team, went toe-to-toe with them, and came out with the win.
Really nice. Beautiful night, great football game, a lot of scoring. And, I'm happy that Braden Engstrom's here because his hard work paid off, and I think it made the broadcast a little better for the folks at home today, hopefully.
I don't think it made it a little better.
Best freshman broadcast in the country?
Best freshman broadcast in the world. We're
So,
going with the world. And, folks, if you can find one better, please send it to us because we want to learn from it.
I want to see it.
So we got some stats here. Joe Tarasavage, 238 yards rushing. Huge game for Joey. Anthony McPherson, 58 yards rushing. Really, really nice change of pace back for the Cats. Griffin Klecker had a catch for 8 yards. Todd Benedict had a run for 8 yards and a catch for 29 yards. We got Mason Novak, catch for 23. Thade Dreyer, 12 yards rushing. Tino Massa, 26 yards rushing. Cal Dumond with a 28-yard one-handed grab that was highlight reel worthy and a 2-point conversion catch. Total yards of offense for the Cats, 360 yards. Massa was 6 of 7 through the air, 84 yards. And Mason Novak with the throw. He was 1 for 1, 2 yards. And then first downs, River Falls with 13 first downs. Let's take a look at the defense. Thade Dreyer, 4 tackles. Anthony McPherson, 2. Todd Benedict, 2. Blake Schneider, big game out there, out on the edge for Schneider. The Cardinals test those edges. Schneider, great job over there. 8 tackles today. Josh Jenkins with 3. Cal Dumond with 3. Hayden Ekholm, 2. Jack Larson, 1 tackle. 2 for Devin Duchesne. 1 for Bo Bjork, and we are crediting the whole squad with 10 what we're going to call gang tackles. Brody Ruck with a tackle, and Chippewa Falls Cardinals, a lot of yards as well, 314 yards, total yards of offense. And again, that's what you're going to see, and you have a game that goes 40-36, 10 first downs for the Cardinals. So very exciting back-and-forth game today, and boy, I hope the varsity game isn't quite as back and forth. I'd really love to see the Cats kind of take control, but you could see almost a carbon copy of what we just saw this evening at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
So
you ready to put a big red bow around this thing? Or?
I think we can do it. So for Kevin Westhouse, Dan Jenkins, and Braden Engstrom, I'm Chris Larson. Thanks so much for watching tonight. It was a really, really fun game tonight. Make sure you pop on the River Falls Sports Broadcasting YouTube channel around probably 6:50 to take in the varsity game. Some good guys there, too, doing the game. We got Rob Derry, we got Westhouse, we got
Jeff Johnson,
and Engstrom. So they'll see you guys in about an hour. Have a great night. Once again, a great day to be a Wildcat.